more rocks. So what I've been trying to explain to people is that war has been going on for a lot longer than you might think. War against these foreign pedophiles that have infiltrated our system and live among us. Get it? This whole war on drugs, the connection between that and Planned Parenthood and some of these other programs that they've been running. You have to understand the same connection goes on along with the people crossing the border. Do you know what the connection is? Well, it's a plant. They call these people plant. They plant these things as they use the medical system as an oligarchy. It has a medical monopoly on all your drugs, the stuff that you need to stay alive, by the way. Oh. And they have been weeding out anybody, who might cause them any problems, while they bring in people from other countries who don't have, anything to offer. In fact, so they've been taking away, knocking down people that do have things to offer, not letting us do our job, stopping us, killing us, and covering up subversively. This is all subversive, you see. Then they call it a war on drugs, and we're just taking out some small-time drug dealers. Yeah, real small-time, the users, the addicts, not the dealers. And then you got them doing Planned Parenthood. We'll just kill you before you're even born. Yeah, we'll take you right out of the womb, and it won't be no more Americans, just foreigners. There's a foreign takeover. It's a war. Okay? And see, the thing is, they're not following the rules of convention. They're not going by the Geneva protocols. They're not, refusing to use biologic weapons. They're not, declaring war openly. They're not wearing a uniform. This is all being done subversively. They are attacking us. And they are trying to make sure anybody who finds out about it doesn't tell anybody, okay? And they have been moving people in and targeting people using medicines and such, using bioweapons. They're using viruses to infect people, and then when you show to tag them, that's how they tag you, okay? You're getting tagged. It's like green lit. You know what green lit means? You're getting green lit, red light, green light, and then it's open season on you. You'll be forced to go to the doctors to get the special medicines that you need to cure your specific, virus, disease, which is all a lie. Everything they say is a lie. Don't believe any of it. COVID, lie. Do I need to go further? Vaccines are a lie, but no vaccine has ever cured any disease, period. Prove it. Show me the facts. Show me where a vaccine cured a disease. You can't do it. It's like impossible. It's like built into the program. It's supposed to kill the disease before it happens. So you can't tell. It's never cured a disease. No vaccine, no. Antibiotics have cured a lot of diseases. Penicillin, staph infections. You need these antibiotics, these special particles, to stop infections like fungus, slime molds, parasites, bugs, insects, bacteria. There's real stuff out there, and you come into contact with it, and I can lay out all the diagnoses in America right in front of you. They're not diagnosing this stuff properly. They are not running the right protocols. In fact, they are running to make things worse. They are intentionally making things worse, or they're just ignorant. It's medical malpractice across the board, all the way up to Fauci. If there's Mr. Medical Malpractice himself, okay? He's a baby raper. He literally harvests children for their neurotransmitters they have floating in their brain, in their bloodstream, and they drain all the blood out of your brain. This is called adrenochroming, and they call it the neurotransmitter soup. Adrenochrome, they spike it with illicit drugs. So really, it's just a bloody, druggy mess. And they slurp it up. They eat it, they inject it, they wipe it on their face, they put it in their cosmetics, everything that they can do to get that evil all over you. Make sure it spreads. Yeah, there's a very interesting study about it done back in the day. And they have different names, all the different names. It's all the same stuff. It's all the same thing. Where the tribe was eating the elders, or eating the brains of the passed away chieftain. You ever hear about that? Yeah. And then a parasite started hitching a ride, and so every generation this parasite transferred from the brains of one host to the brains of the host, and you get a good turnover rate on chieftains that way. Interesting. But I digress. I just want to let you guys know, don't let them cover up the war. Yeah, it's a civil war. It's a holy war. It's a religious war. It's a war for the Constitution. It's a war for America. It's a war for the world. It's a world war. Okay? I don't care what they call World War III, World War IV. We've been living it. And they're not talking about it. Monetary war going on now. Everybody's seeing the inflation. Can't deny that. That's monetary, fiscal, economic warfare. You ever heard of that? Psychological warfare. They're dropping a lot of misinformation. It's really strange. All their misinformation is like, this is misinformation. I'm like, your misinformation is misinformation. Very strange. I'll just counter all that real quick right now. And, people are allowed to talk. You can agree to disagree. You want to argue the points, argue the points. Saying it's misinformation is a moot point. Yes, what do you mean by misinformation? What is it? It's wrong. Okay, well, why am I wrong? And it's like, you're not right. You're like talking to a child. You're not right. That's all. You're like, but wait a minute. I'm trying to explain to you not to poop in your pants. And they just say, no, pooping in my pants is good. You can't convince me otherwise. They don't even, say, they just say, no, you're wrong. I messed up. They just say, no, that's misinformation. Well, why is that misinformation? You're not saying anything. Again, a lot of words coming out of their mouth, and they haven't talked about the biowarfare that's going on right under your nose. They're infecting your kids with this vaccine. They're spreading these viruses, whether they want to call it herpes or AIDS or gingivitis or monkeypox. It doesn't matter. Okay? It's parasitic. And if you look at parasitism, it's very, very underdiagnosed. Foot fungus is a parasite. It needs to be diagnosed and treated. It brings down people's mental aperture. Okay? I need you guys to be smart about this. I really care about you. And I want you guys to do better. I want the children to grow up strong and healthy. That's not the way we're going. We're going the wrong way. Okay, you need to turn around, go back to wake up the sleeping giant, have him call the Krakenator, and we'll get some shit done, okay?